there. The topic of today's episode is how to plan your word production. When I coach authors to get their books written, they commit to writing a certain number of words every week and submitting them to me. Now, if you're working on your own without a coach, I recommend that you follow the same principle, because this will help you avoid having the process drag on and on and on. It will give you a target date to finish your manuscript. So how do you decide the number of words to write every week? Well, it's simple arithmetic. First of all, how long do you want your book to be? Now, most people, for their first book, they don't actually know. So the best way to decide is to look at other books that are similar to yours, either in subject or scope. You can either pick them up off the shelves in a bookshop and kind of physically look at the number of pages, or you can look on good old Amazon because they tell you the page count. So decide that. Now, the number of words that go on a page varies depending on the size of the font and the layout of the book and a number of different things. But the average, you can work with an average of between 250 and 350 words to a page. So multiply that by the number of pages in the book and you have the number of words that you want to write. Next question is, when do you want your first draft to be finished? If you have a deadline for the actual complete book, then you'll have to factor in production time as well. So make sure that you do that. But what you have control over here is how long will it take you to actually write the words down. So decide on your target completion date. Now, divide the number of words by the number of weeks that you have before to meet your schedule. It's that simple. That will give you the number of words that you have to produce every week. Now, you might want to divide that by 7 or 5, depending on whether you work every day or not. Or, if you have a full-time job or something and you only want to write a couple of times a week, that's fine, but figure that out as well so that you'll know how many words you need to write each time you sit down to write. And now, of course, you have to actually write those words. It's not just saying you'll do them. You have to actually do them. Now, if you're self-disciplined and can stick to a schedule, then you have the tools now to get your manuscript written on time. One of my clients wanted a finished books ready to sell at the back of the room at a conference she was speaking at 4 months after she began writing. And she did it because she set the task, she made the plan, and she stuck with it. Now, if you feel that you need some help sticking to a plan, then please drop me a line at helen@mhwilkiebooks.com and I'll tell you about my book coaching service. Now, get out that calculator.